Welcome to another bullshit video, and this time it's about the serve. You cannot flexion or snap your wrist in the serve.
Stop trying to snap your wrist because it's ruining your serve. When you snap your wrist, you lose control and stability, but you also overload your wrist joint.
Now, for me it's bullshit, especially for beginners, intermediate players, because those are the people that watch those videos on social media. And how do you recognize the snap or the flexion? Well, if you snap your wrist, you're getting in that position. If you use pronation, you have that position. Now, it's not that I have a problem with pronation. I serve with pronation, but sometimes, depending, I also snap. So even with the Eastern forehand grip, you can have that serve. A lot of them call them the waiter serve. Then you have to, let's say, snap your wrist. Can you do it? Absolutely. But they will tell you that you will lose control, you will lose power, you will have injuries. Now, it's all bullshit. Unless you start to squeeze hard and you look for power, then you can injure yourself. I agree with that. But if you're just making that throwing motion, in which your hand, most of the time, if you just do it like this, will come in that position, which is snapping, then I agree, you can snap as much as you want, and let's try it here. So here you go, and if my racket of my wrist will come in that position, I snap that serve, but it was already a good serve. Now I'm going to do the same with the Eastern forehand grip, not that I'm used to it, but I have going to use that snapping of my wrist to make this serve. So here you can see already my wrist is bended because I don't have the right grip. But the Eastern forehand grip, you come here and snapping my wrist, and also a good serve. Can you serve with Eastern forehand grip snapping your wrist? Absolutely. Is it dangerous? Absolutely not, unless you want to do it with power. That is something else. But normally a serve, you go here and you make, let's say, that throwing motion. If you throw and you will turn more, you will have more pronation. I agree with that one. But is flexion okay? Yes, even for sinner, which I will show you in the video after this one. So coming here and just making here, here making that flexion motion, it's absolutely no problem. What I do recommend is you try to find here the right angle, because if you're too low, you will go in the net. If the ball is too high, you have to do a little more extra here. So for that, you just have to find the right angle, and then you can actually work on the racket if you want. I'm going to point with my tip of the racket. I'm going to point it into the box like this here. So I point it into the box, and it's a nice serve. So I'm going to here point it into the box. I even have speed, no problem. So with the flexion up, it's not always 100%. It's also with Djokovic and Alcaraz. They have a first serve of 70%. Well, I have the same. So can you use flexion in your serve? Absolutely. Do you have to worry about it? No, because it's bullshit that you cannot use flexion or snapping your wrist in the serve. So here we have a slow motion serve of Jannik Sinner, which is at the moment one of the best players in the world. And we will check out, is he using pronation or flexion in this serve? And I explained the flexion is where the racket gets in that horizontal position, which we see here. So he didn't use pronation, he used that snapping of the wrist, what I call flexion. And yes, it's no problem. If even number 2 in the world can do it, then we also recognition players can do it. So flexion or snapping, no problem.